So I wanted to wait and really give myself time to digest this PNC. It's not. It used to be father and son, but it's parent child or parent child parent, whatever tournament they had, and it is for me it's only been watchable in the last few years with Tiger and his son Charlie there. Like without that, I had no desire to watch this. I would tune in a little bit here and there over the years, but ever since Tiger and Charlie got on the scene, it's been the hot watch that weekend. And so we're a week or so beyond that, and I wanted to get your thoughts. Like, what are people thinking about Charlie and his future in the world of golf? Will he make it on tour? What tour will he make it on? There's a couple to choose from these days. So do you think he'll make it on tour? Now, here's the tough part. We cannot compare Charlie to Tiger. Here's why. Tiger, I'm going to give you some comparisons. So Tiger at age 13, Charlie's 13. So let's back up to when Tiger was a junior golfer. And what did he do? And I think we have a tendency to forget not how, like, just how great he was. Now, I do believe like Charlie could make it onto the PGA Tour. A lot of people can do that. He's got all the right fundamentals, the tools. He's got all the advantages. He's kind of got everything lined up, which a lot of PGA Tour players had the same thing, right? They had a tour father or somebody who taught golf or access to free golf or raised by somebody with money to be able to afford everything. So that, unfortunately, that is part of it. Now, Tiger, they didn't have access to everything. He had to kind of scratch and claw his way, and his dad really was the driving force behind getting him into places and getting coaching for free and getting a lot of things. So, but what did Tiger do that other kids and that nobody else has ever done? Okay, so Tiger, let's look at his Junior World Championships. This is the Junior Worlds, under 18 years old, World Championships. So Tiger won that in 1990 at age 14, Torrey Pines. So he's playing against, it's 18 and under for the Junior World. So he won it at 14 years old, playing against 17-year-olds. You can't be 18. So he's playing against 17-year-olds. 1990, he wins it. Then in 1991, he wins it again at 15 years old. Then in 1992, he got second at 16. And in 1993, he got fourth at 17 years old. That's the Junior Worlds Championships. So he won it 2 years at 14 and 15 years old. And then at 16 and 17, he didn't win it. Those were played at Torrey Pines. So that is something to consider. Now, Charlie is 13. So, like, next year, could Charlie win a Junior World Championship playing against 17-year-olds like Tiger did? Now, that's going to be challenging because Charlie doesn't necessarily win, like, he wins some local events where he plays, but he doesn't win like regional or the bigger events, right? Nothing against Charlie. There's a lot more competition that is a lot better on average today. So it's harder to win like that. But just think about how good Tiger was to win it at 14 and 15 and play second and fourth the next 2 years. However, that's the Junior World Championship. What about the USGA Junior Amateur? This is a USGA, United States Golf Association sanctioned championship. So in 1991, 1992, and 1993, under 18 years old, Tiger won all 3 of the USGA junior amateurs. So although he didn't win the junior world, the USGA is a much higher and more prestigious championship than the junior world championship. So Tiger wins it at 15 years old, 16 years old, and 17 years old. He wins 3 in a row. Nobody has ever won 2 since then. Is that okay? So since Tiger wins 3 in a row, no one's even won like 2 since. It's 1991. Then he goes on to the U.S. Amateur. This is the USGA Amateur Championship. So it's 18 years old and up. He's going against college players, people, former collegiate golfers, whatever. All those guys. So experienced 4-year plus collegiate athletes. Tiger just graduates high school, plays in the U.S. Amateur in 1994, wins it. 1995, wins it. 1996, wins. Again, nobody has won 2 since then. There's only been a handful of people who have won back-to-back. There's only been a handful of people, a couple people won back-to-back. A couple people won more than one. A few won more than one. Tiger wins 3 in a row. It's never been done before, and nobody has ever won 2 since. Forget back-to-back. Nobody has won 2 of them since Tiger won 3 in a row in 1994, 1995, and 1996. So what Tiger did as a young amateur player has never been accomplished since. Not even close. Nothing close. I think people forget how good he was. He was beyond anything we can even think about. So I believe that if you take a professional golfer, if you took Rory McIlroy and you put him in the U.S. Amateur Championship today, this year, next year, he gets to play in the U.S. Amateur. He might win it, but I can guarantee you he couldn't win 2 in a row, let alone 3 in a row, like Tiger did. As a professional, you couldn't see, you're going to have a bad round. It's just going to happen. I don't care how good you are, you're going to have an off round. Somebody's going to be able to beat you. So I think there's no pro out there that could win back-to-back U.S. Amateur Championships. I just don't believe that could happen. Now you can be like, oh, they're pros. I don't believe it could happen. And so when we start looking at Charlie Woods and say, oh, he's going to be like his dad. Look at this way. Dude, we need to back off because there's a huge chasm, a huge gap between anybody and Tiger Woods. Huge, bigger than ever. And if Tiger didn't get hurt, didn't have back injuries, leg injuries, things like that, he would have way more than 18 major championships. But he got a lot of injuries, a lot of stuff, unfortunately, has gone not good in terms of his physical body to kind of derail him from surpassing Jack Nicklaus. However, we cannot look at Tiger and Tiger's son and say, oh, he's going to be just like his dad. He's not even going to be close. Nobody's going to be close. So forget about Charlie. Nobody has even come close to what Tiger has done. So can Charlie make it? He can make it, but nobody's going to be Tiger. We don't even see it on the horizon. So when do you know when there's a Tiger? How about when somebody wins 2 junior amateur championships back to back? Maybe then we could kind of peek around the corner and say, maybe this guy, maybe. Let's see what he does. Well, that's somebody to look out for. But until that happens, we're not even close. And here's the thing. There's a lot more good players, there's a lot more better players now. But if you took little junior Tiger and rewound him back into today's junior golf, he would do the same thing again because he was just so much better than everybody else. The average has come up, but the cream of the crop is nowhere near what it was when Tiger. It's nowhere near where Tiger was. So it doesn't matter how good the average is, he would still beat everybody like he did then. So we're nowhere close to seeing the next Tiger Woods. Not even on, I wouldn't even say, like, that kid isn't even 6, 7 years old right now. It's just the way it is. Let me know your thoughts.